All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Councillor Chris, and I'm just like always. I am accompanied by. Today is another good day that you're going to speak about something else in regard to our mental health. We have an amazing show lined up for you. If you're just joining us, you can press subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can also comment because it's an interactive session. Comment down there so that we get to know what you want us to address. And also don't forget that this is Mental Cactus, and as always the hashtag is
Mental Monday.
Thank you so much. So Georgina, what do you have lined up for us today?
Well, Chris, first and foremost, let me apologize. We've not been on air for the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
We've been a little bit busy, and our schedule has been a little bit tight. So the other week, the last time we were on air, we spoke about gender-based violence, mostly physical. And today we want to talk about the emotional bit of gender-based violence. And this is something we experience in our marriages, with friends, with family. But we always don't take much of it or account for it. But it has cost some of us their lives. It has caused some depression. And it has also broken families. Emotions in a sense whereby you have a partner and you cannot speak up your issues. You feel like you're having this narcissistic kind of a relationship where the man or the woman doesn't want to talk to you, does not allow you to express yourself, and doesn't even give you time to be able to know what is happening around him or her. So you see, in a relationship as it grows, there's that part of communication that is very vital. But when somebody keeps on keeping quiet and doesn't talk to you for a very long time, you start having some weird feeling like, why is this person ignoring me today? What have I done wrong? There's so many questions you ask yourself every now and then. And that makes the relationship not to be healthy. And in gender-based, that is violence. Remember, I told you the types of violence that exist, which is physical, emotional, economical, Those are type of violence that are within this particular setup. Another thing that makes emotional violence so bad is the fact that probably you are going through some kind of a problem and somebody is not there to listen. And as human beings, we are meant to talk. We are social beings. So you want to tell, this is somebody probably you're intimate with, and you want to tell them how your day has been or what you've been through throughout the day. Because some of us, our kind of work is really hectic, especially somebody like me as a nurse. You're in a hospital setup, you find a patient that is so abusive. At times in my setup, being that I'm a psychiatric nurse, the client comes in, the client wants to fight me, I cannot tell anybody about this. But at the end of the day, the only person I can speak to is my husband. But if he's not willing to listen, I might end up having what we call a burnout, because I cannot tell anybody my problems. That makes me feel like, why is he ignoring me? Does it mean that I've done something wrong to warrant him not to listen? And you see, when I start thinking of such things, then it will not be easier for me to communicate my issues the next time round. And already that is also already a strained relationship. So emotional violence is not a good thing, actually. Yeah, I'd rather somebody tells you, please usiniongeleshe, staki story zako. But when you keep quiet while I'm talking, I feel neglected. I believe some of us go through the same thing. Or do you men also experience what we experience as women? Because us, we are emotional beings.
Thank you, Georgina.
Yeah.
You see, this is something that people in marriage go through a lot. Regardless of your gender, both either male or female. Before I can say anything, I wanted to know how, because I heard you say speaking or remaining silent for a long time without having to speak. So how long is long? How long is a long time?
Well, in marriage, how long is even an hour? If you're used to chopping here and there, when you reach home and your wife is like, hey, hi, honey,
Yes.
karibu. So how was work? You're used to being asked such a thing.
Okay.
Then this particular day, she's like, oh, please.
Okay.
Would you ask yourself questions?
Yeah, you could ask yourself questions.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is something that people would want to consider a lesser devil, okay? Because now sometimes they don't want to go physical, yeah? And they say, then let me just keep quiet and it builds up. 1 week, I've dealt with somebody who says, hey, you haven't been speaking for 1 year. The only conversation we can have is pass me that salt, or pass me that glass of water, or let me pass. Okay, so how does this thing build up anyway?
Well, you see, Chris, me and you are friends. And for some time we've been having this conversation. Hey, Chris, we have a set to do today. And you're like, yeah, come along. And then on a particular day, we are like, hey, Chris, niaje? And you're like, Zina, your story to watch it for some time.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep in mind, you've not given me the reason why you want me to watch your story. Because we've been doing this for some time.
Okay.
And then you just go quiet on me.
Okay.
You go cold. I would actually question. But because you don't want me to question also, I will let go. So the next time you also want me to talk to you, I'll be like, but you showed me the hand, so why are we even having this conversation in the first place? And you see, when it comes to relationship and people do that, this will always build after some time. It will just be like a form of resentment. Like, this guy no longer wants to talk to me. I find my relationship is having a problem. And it's because you've not sat down to find out what is happening. And you have those guys or women who cannot talk about their issues, especially if they feel like they have been pressed somewhere or they are put in a fix. They need time to unwind so that they can start telling their story bit by bit. But if somebody does not understand that, then it becomes an issue. Yeah, that is why I was asking you, how does it feel in a relationship
where somebody is not speaking?
Yes.
And you want to speak? It feels bad. Because when you are in a marriage, and by the time you are retiring in the evening, you're retiring to your people, you're retiring to your spouse and to your children. Seldom times you find kids not speaking. They will always speak, whether you hurt them, whether you denied to, you did not buy them sweets in the morning. They'll easily forget in school, and they will speak. But as adults, we are fond of remembering things, yeah, especially even the people we love. So you go back to the house, this person is not speaking, either the husband or the wife is not speaking. That only means one thing, that there is something that happened, yeah? It is not necessarily that it was caused by the man, or it's not necessarily that it was caused by the woman. Either side would have caused it. And then there is a communication breakdown, or in your style of or your fashion of solving issues, there is some breakdown. So you fail to solve it very well, to the point where now you, as a family, you're not speaking to each other. It means that you have built stuff over time, or you're not communicating right. Yes, but it's something that happens most of the time. Yeah, I work with addicts, and sometimes I also this same addict, they also have spouses. If you get to listen to their stories, you say, man, we don't see eye to eye, and we live in the same house. Sometimes they're even separated. The other one is sleeping in the sitting room, the other is sleeping in the bedroom. So it's something that happens. It is not healthy, and then people should be talk out of it. Yeah, talk out of it. So, as an expert in psychiatry, yeah, at what point would we say now this is chronic?
Let me start by giving an example.
Okay.
You are married. I'm married, yeah? And women will love money.
Okay.
I think that is a notion everybody knows, that if you want to love a woman, give her money.
Yeah.
Now, I've asked my husband for some money.
Okay.
And the guy says he doesn't have. Yet I know he has the money. And I really need this money urgently. So he says he doesn't have the money. I truly need the money. The next time I ask for the money again, he still says he doesn't have it. Okay. So the only thing I have to do is probably get it from a friend to do whatever it is that I want to do with it, and then go quiet. So if he asks something, I'm just quiet. Or I try to do things to indicate that what you did to me was not the right thing. You see, I'm toiling with his mental status because I'm doing things to show him that what you are doing is not right. There was a video that was trending of a wife whose husband did not give her food, did not give her money for food, and the guy came home and asked for food. Okay. So akamleta tu maji, washed his hands, and brought some plates covered very well. So the guy is seated, is like he's waiting for something to eat. Only for him to open the bowls and find that there was
There's
nothing
no
inside.
food, yes.
Because he had not left
the money.
And he knew that what the woman was saying was like, dude, there's no food in this house because you did not leave any money. Yet he knew he did not have any money, but there was nothing he could do. So he still kept quiet. So you can imagine, you're from work, I've not given you food. And so the next day, he also did the same. And truly the guy did not have money. So the next day when he came back, he found everything in the house was so clean. The lady and his kids had eaten. Nobody knows where they got the food, but they had already eaten, washed the utensils, and the guy came in again, starving. He did not have money, truly. So he asked for food again, and the lady now, this time round, just brought him water and said, this is what we have in the house.
Okay.
Without talking, just bringing the water, an indication that something is not right. I'm very sure that man was mentally tortured. Why was his wife that he loved so much to do this to him? And before we've been doing this together, even when I do not have. So these things builds up after some time.
Over time.
Yeah, just keeps on building up. And you see, there are some things in a relationship that we don't talk about. I'd rather tell it to my friend, but not tell it to my husband. But you see, the friend will not give me the right advice because she or he is not the one who is going through what I'm going through with my husband. So with time, when these things occur, that is when the couple start to separate. Because there's something they're not talking about. It doesn't have to be caused by someone, but it is something within the family. But there are those ones that always carry out, it's like you're carrying a baggage, you're repressing. Somebody has wronged you elsewhere, you're bringing it into this house, yeah? Or you are repressing it to the wrong person. And you expect this person to understand you. It is not possible. So if we speak out, then it will be easier for somebody to understand what you're going through so that you don't toil with the emotions. Yeah. So basically, it takes time.
Thank you.
It doesn't happen just...
Happen overnight.
Yeah.
So you're very on point. These are things that we bottle up over time, and most of the time they're brought by very simple or small issues, like who left the pair of shoes where, or one side of the shoes where, or who did not deposit used socks in the right bucket, and so on and so forth. So when we are not solving these issues, okay, as small as they may look, and sometimes we do want to overlook them and say, that's a small issue. Yeah, let's not make a big issue out of it. It might look small, but it has an effect on our lives. So the bottom line or the basic is that let us always try and solve issues before they are out of hand. In each and every marriage or in each and every relationship, there is no marriage that is going to be a walk in the park. Yes. There are those days that somebody has not wronged you, even at work, you're just having a bad day. Okay? So when you know your partner, that my partner would probably be having a slow day, then you also take him slow. Probably he's having a slow day and you wanted some money to probably go and do your hair or buy some very nice wig or whatever, or weave, and you realize that this guy is having a slow day. At least that's how you can take him slow. So we also need to learn the people we live with or the people we are in a relationship with, so that these issues are not building up, and they'll build up to some point now where they now boomerang on us. We are unable to even now deal with them as a couple. So we will probably have to look for help outside. There's this mantra, or there's this saying that is out here. So somebody is telling you, we've been married 20 years, we've never fought. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to understand. People, it's a difficult thing to understand that they've been in marriage 20 years and they've never fought. They're telling you that. So you're looking at yourself, you've been in marriage 1 year, and you've had several fights. So you want to give up because now, how did these people make it 20 years? Yes. I find that very inaccurate. These 20 years, if as an individual, you're always having conflict with yourself. Yes. Yes. Sometimes you've just woken up, but you are still arguing with yourself. Can I just go back for the sleep for 15 minutes, or do I go and add more popcorn? Okay. So that alone, you are having internal conflict a bit. So it really beats sense when you're saying you are now in marriage with another person. somebody you've probably met in adulthood, different gender, different brains. It is very difficult not to have conflict. So conflicts are things that are there. But now, how do you manage them and walk out of them? Yeah. So it is this conflict and miscommunications that usually will bring emotional abuse in the house, in the family, when you don't handle them. But now, when you are always attempting to solve these issues as they come, and appreciating that there is no path, there is no clear path in marriage. It is not a walk in the park that you're going to always be happy always. There's some point you won't be happy, but now when you embrace the fact and the idea and the whole scenario that we're supposed to be, if you're going through stuff, we handle them as they come. You're going to be okay. So, dear viewer, emotional violence, it is something that often occurs in the house, and sometimes because of our pride, we see, it's them who messed me up. So it is them who are supposed to be asking for apology. But as a man or as a woman, also just lower your pride and say, my husband, why are you not speaking? What's up? Even if he's the one who did something, even if he's the one who placed the socks in the wrong, in the dining table, yeah? And you realize that you spoke to him in a wrong way and he took it up. Always allow to go ahead of your pride and have a sitting at the opportune time before everything escalates. And we're now not talking. We need a marriage therapist to solve our issues. When we get there, it means a lot has happened, and that we could easily iron out. Your final words? Yeah.
Every one of us is unique. And every one of us has their difficult times and their easy time. So the best part is get to identify your spouse, your friends, your family, easy or the difficult times. That makes it much easier for you to handle their situations. Because emotional abuse has led to suicide. Emotional abuse has led to loss of lives, including those innocent lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, a discussion every day makes sense. A discussion every day prolongs life. Let's talk about these issues. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Georgina, for coming and ironing out this issue. Emotional abuse is something that if you're not careful about, it can disintegrate the family unit. Sometimes it can even cause loss of lives. Yes. Thank you so much, and we are glad you could join us. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like and share this channel so that it can reach masses out there who really need help. I thank you.
Thank you.